Hello people and welcome to the Counterfactual Stories YouTube channel. In today's episode, we will talk about politics and economy, and we will try to explore the topics of Russian economy under present conditions and circumstances. Before we proceed to the topic, don't forget to press subscribe button and help our channel. The economies of Russia and Ukraine will probably shrink by 10% and 20% respectively in 2022. This information is according to the European Bank of Reconstruction and Development. In its first economic forecast since Russia's invasion on February 24, the London-based lender warned on Thursday that the war had triggered the greatest supply shock since at least the early of 1970s, and will have a severe effect of economies far beyond the immediate area of the conflict. The EBRD, issuing emergency forecasts based on the series of assumptions about the events in the coming months, said it was the first international financial institution to update its guidance since the outbreak of the war in Ukraine 5 to 6 weeks ago. Previously, it had been expecting growth of 3.5% for Ukraine and 3% for Russia. The latest prognosis assumed that the ceasefire is brokered within a couple of months, followed soon after by the start of the major reconstruction effort in Ukraine, the multilateral bank said. Under such a scenario, Ukraine, war-battered gross domestic product should rebound by the 23% next year. But the heavy and far-reaching economic sanctions imposed on Russia by Western countries would mean that it would register zero growth. Sanctions on Russia are expected to remain for the foreseeable future, condemning the Russian economy to stagnation in 2023, with negative spillovers for a number of neighborhooding countries in Eastern Europe, the Caucasus and Central Asia, the EBRD said. With so much uncertainty, the bank intends to produce a further forecast in the next couple of months, taking into account further development. Belarus, which also faces Western sanctions over its role in the conflict, was forecast to shrink by 3% this year and the stagnation in the 2023. Founded in 1991, the EBRD works in many emerging economies across Eastern, Central and Southern Eastern Europe, Central Asia, Turkey and the Southern and Eastern Mediterranean. It predicted that its investment zone, excluding Belarus and Russia, will grow by 1.7% this year, less than a half of previous growth forecast of 4.2% in November. Growth is then expected to pick up to 5% in 2023. Projections are subject to an exceptionally high degree of uncertainty, including major downside risks should hostilities escalate or should export of gas or other commodities from Russia become restricted. The world economy faced the greatest supply shock since at least the early 1970s. It said, point out that Russia and Ukraine supply a disproportionately high share of commodities including wheat, corn, fertilizer, titanium and nickel. EBRD chief economist Beta Yavorchik said that inflationary pressures, which were already high before the invasion, will certainly increase now, which will have a disproportional effect on many lower-income countries where the bank invests, as well as on the poorer segment of the population in most countries. So, situation is as we said. At the end, don't forget to subscribe and see you soon. Bye.